My name is Rob Prater, and this is my final project for civil engineering techniques on the Thornton DE courtyard, and specifically about the pad that I will be constructing there. Here you'll see the project parameters and the layout of the land in between Thornton D wing and E wing. This is where we took surveyed points and the data we imported into AutoCAD, and this yellow dotted line is the parameters of, or the bounds of, the area where we are allowed to construct. Here you'll see the past design and plans in the given area. You'll see there are trees there, utility poles, there's a couple boundary marks, but that's denoted by the green line, and there are bushes scattered across the area, and as well as sewer drains. So these need to be taken into account when we were constructing our pad, as well as the water flow paths, but we'll get more into that later. Now is that later time, and here you'll see with the purple lines, these are water flow paths which we used in AutoCAD that were generated by coupling the contour lines with the given area, and it assumes that that's where the water will likely be traveling. This needed to be taken into account when designing our pad because we were trying to design this to help reduce water and help be a better management system of sewage and other water runoff. So this is very important to take into account, and yeah. So this yellow cross-hatcheted area you see is my proposed layout of where the pad will be. This also just has contour marks in the pad, so you can just see the integrity of it as itself, and we will get into further the other things we will add. So essentially this is everything I've shown you thus far, including the proposed pad and the past conditions of the land. It shows you how the waterway is going through the pad, and thus the amount of greenery and plant life that will be surrounding my pad will really assist in detaining this water. Here you'll see the cut and fills of my pad compared to the actual level of the land and what will need to be filled in and what will need to be cut. Rather, here there's nothing to be cut and only things to be filled, so that's kind of convenient. Getting into more specific examples, this is a picture of something that I see to be indicative of the pad we'll be designing. The wooden overhang would be analogous to the wooden structure that will be built, and the bushes you see in front would be lined outside of the wired fence that I have planned to be built. These are both important in helping detain water, or well, not the overhang, but the bushes in front are essentially helping in that. Here we get more into what that wired fence is going to look like. This will help keep in the patio or the pad what is in it, like the tables and chairs and stuff, and outside those plants, and will also allow for something like Confederate jasmine or ivy to grow along it and honestly be a great smell and just help keep the integrity of the land instead of creating this infrastructure that just does not fit. One of the most interesting parts of this pad design would be the areas in which trees are able to grow. See here in this picture there is trees and little bushes growing through this brick surface. However, ours would be wooden, and underneath that would be this mulch dirt, helping not only detain water but also help plant life grow, because having trees right next to you as you study really is a great environment and helps keep the integrity of the Thornton DE courtyard, which is already relatively forested. So this is an image of the Newcomb patio already outside, and this is where I got my inspiration for the wooden floorboard, and I think that this is a really great example. It promotes the cohesiveness of the UVA buildings and their design, which would be awesome, and also just gives you a good example of what I'm going for here. Lastly, I'd like to give an overview of where this pad is going to be. This orange oval denotes about the area of where it will be laid, and you can see that there are trees all around, and this will only promote the cohesiveness of the nature already harbored by this area. And I genuinely think this is a incredible sustainable structure that would really help the water management system and bring engineering students out and about instead of being inside all the time, which I think would be awesome.